Kimmich. Chouameni. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Alvarez. And he's chosen to go back. Now it's Kimmich. Throw in. Chelhanoglu. Played into space. Not the most accurate pass. And here's Alvarez. Messi. And he's really put himself on the line here.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Kimmich. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And he's managed to get free. Can he get it through? And he's been shifted off it. He's having a shot! Goal! Spain! Half-time imminent! What a time to score! Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Spain have taken the lead.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they have.
Tries a shot! No mistake! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
Spain are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
And this is Lukaku. Rice makes the interception. Chelhanoglu. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. He's shifting through the gears here. And the whistle goes for half-time. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Japan really are lucky not to be down by more, Peter. The manager's going to have to come up with something a little special to lift these players. Otherwise, this one's as good as done.
That gets things going for the second half.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Oh, what a climb! And he hits the net! The second half sparks straight into life! Broad smiles all round. It is indeed a fine, fine header.
Well, I don't think he could have asked for a better ball in there, Peter. All he had to do was get in position.
We have got ourselves a game here.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Tries to pass it through. Shoots! It's in! A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Spain take a 2... Oh no, what has happened here? And it's DiMarco. Chouameni. And that has left him in a heap. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Osimhen has got himself a free kick. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Well, he's someone renowned for his pace and those darting little runs, but also for being a very good ball carrier as well. They want to add more dynamism to that front line.
So, can they find a way to turn round this deficit? So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Now it's Sorloth. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Kimmich. He is through here. He's on it, can he get away? Chance! Yes! And they are pulling clear here. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Spain blast themselves into a 3-goal lead.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Messi. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Bellingham. Japan are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Kimmich is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Vermin is offering some sort of an apology there.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Locatelli. Knocks it into space. He's onside. He's Vermin! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Up towards the front line. And it's Kimmich. And here's Sorloth. Real chance!
Oh, once he made the save, it didn't take the keeper long to start barking at his defence.
Gabriel cuts it out. Bellingham. Vardiol. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it. Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
It was all about the quality of the delivery, and they come away with nothing. Fermin. And here's Lewandowski. Kimmich. Ekitike has found the net here, of course. Spread neatly. Gabriel. That is ended up in no man's land. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Oh, that is a nice touch. Now it's Rice. Can he get on the end of this? Here comes the cross. He's got tall. Oh, extraordinary. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Passing is crisp and sharp. It's Lukaku! They want to be quick to recover this. Kimmich is there to clear. Well timed, excellent interception. And that is as far as it goes. Japan cannot spin this any other way. They came up against opponents who were thrilling, at times unplayable, who simply brushed them off. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Japan desperately failing to impose themselves on the game. Decidedly flat, disjointed in so many areas on the pitch, and you're never going to win like that.
My thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And already we're underway here. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's just about unbeatable in every department, Peter. He's strong, he's quick, he's totally dominant in the air. And what's more, he seems to really love a tussle. His passing's good too, and he never seems to lose it in important areas. I'd expect this team to notch up a lot of clean sheets with him on board.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. And Messi! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
Alvarez deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Kimmich. And played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Well, they've got it again. Saliba. He has found the way through. Big chance! And the keeper couldn't hold it. Goal! Japan! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Oh, listen, last line of defence and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. And it's Cucurella. Now it's Bellingham. Bellingham is flagged offside. And smartly reclaimed. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. In by Up he goes! Goal! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. Terrific header. He met that with aplomb.
Well, when you get service like that into the box, you can't go wrong.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
And here's Mbappe. Bellingham. Bellingham! And he's really put himself on the line here. Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Kimmich with the short one. Now it's Kimmich. Look at the space here. Japan are looking to go forward now. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Nice interception, well timed. Cleared without complication. Calhanoglu. Bellingham. Nice, had it taken off him. Cucurella. Looking for the run. Oh, he's found support out wide. And the shot! Oh, denied brilliantly.
Bellingham actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Corner number 2 then. They've played it short. Now it's Kimmich. And this is Calhanoglu. He's having a shot! And that has been clubbed away. That's a pretty loose pass. And it's Lukaku. And he's gone looking for safety. Bellingham. That's been drilled forward. Alvarez. Messi. And Messi! Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, he's been caught napping. Aim forwards. Osimhen might just make this. Great defending, strong and determined. And it's DiMarco. DiMarco going full tilt down the left. Bruno Fernandes. Well, the counter-attack will come to nothing because that is an errant touch.
Pity that, because it had a decent chance of progressing.
They've won a corner. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Oh, sweet feet. Ball driven towards the far post. Calhanoglu, Bellingham, distributed tidily. And it's Calhanoglu. Now it's Kimmich. Played back. Cucurella picks it up out wide. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Japan clearly have plenty of cause to be happy, Peter, but they'll need to resist the temptation to just sit on the lead second half. The opposition will be doing their utmost to try and get back into this, so they have to be alert.
Japan are heading into the break very happy with how it's gone so far. That gets things going for the second half. Cucurella. For Calhanoglu. Rice. And it's Calhanoglu. Pass somewhat off target. And it's Lukaku.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And here's Bruno Fernandes. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
Well, he knew what he was taking on there, Peter, and special delivery from the ref.
Ball is over the line. Bruno Fernandes. Played back in. And the finish! Yes! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes.
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
A case now of complete control. Bellingham. For Rice.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
And he's managed to get rid. Spain are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've
Oh, they could be caught out here.
That dugout has had some relief, at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
Now it's Lukaku. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Cucurella. Bellingham. And it's Kimmich. That pass has been well intercepted. Messi. Oh, it's come loose. Can he get on the end of this? He slid in, and that has raised the temperature on the touchline. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against it. Takes a shot. And the keeper read that really well.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Japan have their second corner now. And that's gone all the way through to the keeper. Spain have the chance to go the other way. Kimmich.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Solot, whose purpose now is to complete a hat-trick. And this is Lewandowski. And the shot! He's scored! Results no longer in doubt. It's just about how many. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. And it's Kimmich. That's a cute ball. Yamal in acres of space out wide. Fermin receives it in a good position here. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Bellingham. And here's Solot. He is through here. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Crossed into the middle. Shot a goal! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And here's the chance to counter. Tries to pass it through.
Sorloth really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Chouameni. Japan finding their passes. And this is Lukaku. Chance, surely! It's in! There is a man right at the top of his game, and he just knows it.
Some of those players...
And that's it. My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters, who are ready now to perform. The action has already started. Bellingham receives it in a good position here. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he?
Mbappe really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
It's a throw-in. Now it's Lukaku. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, this fella, Donnarumma, is someone who's been catching our eyes ever since he made his top-flight debut at the age of 16.
It's Lukaku! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
He's a lucky boy there. You lose the ball like that, and usually you're going to get punished.
Chelhanoglu opts for safety. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. That is ended up in no man's land. And here's Mbappe. Good running, strong and purposeful. Might be... He's having a shot! Goal! Spain! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
I doubt very much that this was in the script.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Kimmich plays it short, lofted in. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Can he finish? Oh, the ball's come loose here.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Now it's Lukaku. Oh, he certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card. It's a good 30, 35 yards out, this.
Well, great position for a cross this, Peter. Now to get good contact on it.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
This their second corner of the game. Spain have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Mbappe. He is through here.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. Japan are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Now it's Alvarez. DiMarco. Looks to the other side.
Good switch, that.
Messi. And it's Van Dijk. That'll be a throw-in. Japan are behind here despite their domination of possession. Can he get on the end of this? Finds himself unceremoniously floored. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Messi. Now it's Alvarez. Knocks it into space, and that could set him on his way. Cucurella gets good distance on it. Bellingham. Chelhanoglu. And it's Cucurella. Rice. And that's a dangerous ball. Shapes to shoot! He scores! And there we have it, the 2-goal cushion. There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Spain are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. And he's picked out the run. Van Dijk did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. It's not an especially good pass, that. Saliba. Cucurella. Mbappe goes on a run down the left wing. Now it's Lukaku. And that is a little undercooked. Calhanoglu. And now the breakaway. Oh, played right into his path. Oh, he's burst through. He can get that clear. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Some first half thoughts?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. DiMarco. Here's Chouameni. Messi. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. So, third corner of the game. Point-blank header! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. Calhanoglu has found the net here, of course. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well, that has not gone well. Cucurella. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it. They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
That's a pretty loose pass. Osimhen. Bellingham. Bellingham ploughing through the middle. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Up he goes! Just cruising! They are cruising! And they are pulling clear here. A great delivery and a finish to match.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
A case now of complete control. Spain are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack.
Oh, what a... And a shot! Really well taken goal. He'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
We have got changes here, from both sides in fact. Japan give themselves a fighting chance, back in with a shout. Rice. Japan, perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Thinks about the shot. DiMarco clears it away. And that's been won straight back. Oh, he's bustling through here. Decent chance! No mistake! Right back in the game! A mere formality, nigh on a certainty. He is truly in the zone.
Well, how cool was that? He was almost teasing the keeper then.
We have got ourselves a game here.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Delivers the ball. Cleared away. Lewandowski.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
He's shifting through the gears here. Rice puts his foot on the gas. Plays a sharp little ball here. Now it's Kimmich. And it's Kimmich. Spain claiming a corner, and the referee concurs. Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. Kimmich goes short. Kimmich is flagged offside.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Kimmich. No way through. Fermin tries to pass it through. Goes looking wide. Oh, that's nice. DiMarco played into the box. Vicario deals with that nice and simple. Japan are in a tearing hurry to save themselves here.
At least they're going about it as they should, having brought this on themselves.
Looking to play him in.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Kimmich, well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's through here. And he's picked it up out wide. Cross to the back post. Big header! He has done it! They have stolen level at the last! Oh, lovely header, but really it was all about the delivery.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
All square again into the dying minutes.
Well, those players out there must be exhausted now, Peter, but at least they have momentum, which augurs well if this goes to extra time.
Looking for options for movement. That's a good ball out wide.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Ah, good steal. He just read it. And he's gone looking for safety. And he's there to get it away. 90 minutes up, and we will be back for extra time.
Well, I think many on that pitch were ready for the final whistle to come, so let's hope that there's still plenty of energy about.
Well, fitness and fatigue, the key factors now as we head for extra time. And the action has already restarted. Japan displayed great character to force extra time from what looked a pretty ominous situation. The question now is, can they go on to win it? It is doable. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. Lewandowski is eyeing up his options in the middle.
I think it looks as if they're going to try and whip this one in with pace.
Not the most accurate pass. Rice. And it's Lewandowski. Lopez with the cross. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Vermin. And it's Kimmich. And they've got a throw. Vermin. Rice. And here's Sorlot. Just eases him off the ball. Van Dijk defending his corner stubbornly. Stood up very well to his man. Vermin does really well to win the ball there.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Calafiori gets it away. Timber. And it's Bellingham. Threads one in. Lukaku! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
Ah, unlucky. There's the urgency they need, and it nearly brought them a goal.
Locatelli. We've reached the midway point in extra time. Well, both teams have run themselves into the ground out there. Does anyone have one last moment of magic in them? And so the last chance to find a winner. This has been enthralling. So what do the last 15 minutes have left? Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Van Dijk. Oh, there's a probing ball. Tries to play it through. Van Dijk spots it and intercepts. And he's played it back.
He had nobody else to help out there.
Now that looks a decent ball. Takes a shot! Yes, he's done it! Late in the day, this could well be it!
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
Spain take the lead.
Well, Peter, the manager's all smiles, but he's got a big decision to make here. He needs to see this one out.
Calafiori receives it. Oh, smashing header! Gabriel clears it away.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
And here's Lewandowski. Firmine. Played into space out wide. That's very neat.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. And that is as far as it goes. Well, that was intense and enjoyable contest that either could easily... Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Oh, smashing header! Goal! Japan! And what a start!
And it looks like we're going to get the entertainment we were all hoping for.
Oh, lovely header, but really it was all about the delivery.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
So, a breakthrough already. Messi. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. Tries to play it through. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Now, can they get him away? No, that's been intercepted. And here's Mbappe. That's good running with the ball. Messi. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Bellingham. Mbappe. Deftly away. And he's quick to snatch it back. Alvarez. That's a little off target. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. That's a lovely, neat pass. Bellingham. And it's Çalhanoğlu. Knocks it into space.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Osimhen. Osimhen. Oh, that's superb. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Kimmich. Osimhen might just make this. And it's Çalhanoğlu. Osimhen. And he's there to get it away. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Bellingham. Çalhanoğlu. Kimmich clears it away. Has another go! Lingered over it and the chance to counter had gone.
Bellingham simply took an age to make his mind up, Peter, when urgency was the single requirement. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Çalhanoğlu plays it short. Rice. Oh, important interception. Well, he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. Now it's Alvarez. That is a great pick out. That is a brilliant interception. Dealt with nicely by the defence. And here's Alvarez. And it's Bruno Fernandes. DiMarco. Passing nice. Bruno Fernandes! It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
That's a player who's very good at his craft. If space is to be found, he'll find it.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played. Well stopped.
Tchouaméni. That is ended up in no man's land. Well, it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Chouameni, not the most accurate pass. And here's Mbappe. Takes a shot! Messi. Bellingham. Good take, and is he in? Great ball, and can he finish? And he hits the net. They have come roaring back.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
The invitation was clear. Up he goes! Crossbar comes to the rescue. Well, he should have done better, and he knows it. Gabriel gathers from the goal kick. Now it's Bellingham. Now that looks a decent ball. Cucurella makes the interception. And it's Messi. And this is Lukaku. Very nicely done.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Mbappe. Rice. Great vision. Messi. Japan looking to pass their way through. Out towards the flank. Fired deep. Climbs up big! Goal! Japan! And again they hit the front. Terrific header. And that'll be the last act of the first half. So engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
Japan head into the half-time break with a narrow advantage. It is... Oh, shooting chance! And yes, it's there! What remarkable powers of recovery!
Well, this is just incredible. I mean, who would have seen this? Neither manager, I think. It's all happening.
There was no getting to that. No getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Just way, way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Messi! Decent enough try. Messi. Kimmich gets over and intercepts. Çalhanoğlu. Now it's Osimhen. Messi. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Kimmich. Now it's Osimhen. Bellingham. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. That's an imaginative pass. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Spread it left. Japan have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Oh, some tackle that. Yeah, he's fouled him there. And no surprise, that's a booking. We have got changes here, from both sides in fact. Looking to play him in. Lukaku looking to run onto it. He won't be happy with that one. Oh, he's caught him there. It's a free kick. Well, that's a booking. Always looked it. It's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the...
That could spell trouble. Decent chance! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. Saliba tries to clear. And now they can spring out of defence. Japan have got it back and they'll have another go. Gabriel clears. And back to the keeper. Donnarumma punts it upfield. He's coming under serious pressure here.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Cross goes in there. Goal! Japan! And they get themselves in front! So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, all their effort pays off in the end. It just took that extra bit of dynamism to get them the goal they craved.
And he goes cross-field. And here's Lopez. He's tried one! It's bounced back off the post.
Japan clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Now it's Mbappe. DiMarco kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Can he get it through? Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Vinicius Junior. Very much into the last knockings. Oh, what has happened here? Goes for a shot! Goal! We thought it was over! It's all square once more! An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. So all square with almost no time remaining.
Well, those players out there must be exhausted now, Peter, but at least they have momentum, which augurs well if this goes to extra time.
Rodri. And it's Rodri. And Jimenez. Looking for options for movement. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Into stoppage time, whistle due any moment. DiMarco.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. This looks promising. Jimenez. So nothing between them in 90 minutes, and we are in for extra time.
Well, we can only hope we get an extra time contest of similar ambition, provided fatigue doesn't begin to play a part.
So all square, we need a winner, and we will be back for extra time. "90 minutes gone and nothing between them still." Japan pay the price for failing to close out the match in normal time. Can they avoid the same fate here, where the consequences are still more serious? Fermin does really well to win the ball there. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Lopez. That's going to go a long way. Spain have reclaimed it. Locatelli. And it's Lopez. Now it's Vinicius Junior. And he's in on goal. He's got away. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Serves up across.
That's good defensive concentration.
Bellingham. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Looking for the run. And here's Vinicius Junior. Spread out to the left. Rice. And here's Mbappe. And a chance!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Calafiori. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And the shot's on here. Bellingham with the clearance. We've reached the midway point in extra time. Well, it has been a punishing game, both physically and mentally. But does either team have what it takes to find a winner? Is there to be drama in these final 15 minutes? They have played themselves to a near standstill. What is left in the tank now? Van Dijk. And here's Mbappe.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Has a look and plays it forward. Nicely shaped ball. And he cuts out the supply. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Now it's Vinicius Junior. In by Vinicius. A header! Yes, he's done it! And that may just do it! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Spain are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, I think you can write this lot off at your peril. It's been a joy to watch them hold themselves right back into it. Now, can they hang on? I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Van Dijk did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Rodri. It's Bellingham. And that is that. A game that is a tale of one that got away. A position of great promise they established, but they lost momentum, they lost intensity, they lost their lead, and ultimately they lost the game. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Look, Peter, a strength in any team has to be at the heart of your defence, and I'm afraid they were found wanting in that department.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. The action has already started. Looking for options for movement. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's just about unbeatable in every department, Peter. He's strong, he's quick, he's totally dominant in the air. And what's more, he seems to really love a tussle. His passing's good too, and he never seems to lose it in important areas. I'd expect this team to notch up a lot of clean sheets with him on board.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Chouameni, and that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped. Osimhen really needed to concentrate on...
Osimhen! I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Japan looking to pass their way through. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Japan clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Kimmich. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Surlot has a look and plays it forward. Lukaku. Now it's Kimmich. Kimmich gets a cross in. Cleared without hesitation. Japan, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. So what can they conjure from this one? Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Kimmich certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that. And here's Surlot. No, no way through. Well, that has not gone well. Chouameni. Vietnam do have a chance to counter here. Oh, good ball. Chance! It's in! There is the breakthrough. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch and they're dazed.
Vietnam are in front now, the game's only goal.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip. Japan really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Great ball, great chance! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. And the referee has brought play back and shown him a yellow card.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
He rises! That's a half-decent try.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
DiMarco. No, again, there's no way through. And it's Messi. Kimmich picks it up out wide. That's a good run he's making there. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Knocks it into space. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Soboslai. Soboslai is very much the model of the modern-day fullback.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
No, he's not getting his way this time. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. He's got plenty of space out wide here. He's got tall. Crossbar comes to the rescue. Messi. DiMarco.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
That's beautifully weighted. Oh no, this does not look good. Bruno Fernandes. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Now it's Osimhen. And we hit half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
Here we go again then.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Engages and forces him off the ball. DiMarco. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Rice did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. He has found the way through. The referee has given a corner. Corner number 2 then. It's a mighty effort! And again! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it. Corner number 3 coming up. Terrific header! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Van Dijk is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Kimmich. Alvarez. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. And it's Chouameni. In by... Oh, smashing header! Smashing delivery, just didn't do enough with it.
I think we can expect a few more of those now. Better timing was all that was required.
He's coming under serious pressure here.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the rep.
Oh, what has happened here? And he has been fouled there. This certainly looks appetising, well within shooting range. And this, an opportunity to pull level. And the shot! Still chasing the game, trailing by 1. Nice looking ball. Oh, delightful ball. Oh, that's a key interception. Messi.
Vietnam have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
He won't be happy with that one. Now it's Lukaku. It's Lukaku! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Soboslai has been caught there. It's a foul. Some resolute defending there. Now it's Mbappe. Gabriel gets a foot in here. Now it's DiMarco. Lovely bit of skill. Çalhanoğlu. Oh, cracking ball. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
DiMarco.
There's a real tenacity about their defensive play, and it's up close and personal.
And that's been slipped through. Rice. Oh, this is a terrific run. And smartly reclaimed. And he shoots! They want to be quick to recover this. Oh, he hit that sweetly. Vietnam get their fourth corner. Chouameni with the clearance. Japan are looking to go forward now. Just about up to 75 minutes. Mignon with the clearance. And here's Solot. Solot is onto it in a flash. Bellingham. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That's been cut out, well played. Now it's Solot. It's a searching pass. Hernandez deals with that comfortably.
Vietnam surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Threads one in.
They'll want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
No, that's been intercepted. Passing is crisp and sharp. Driving on and making good progress. And the finish! Japan are looking desperate here, short on time and options.
At least they're going about it as they should, having brought this on themselves.
And that pass just didn't quite work.
Japan really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
He's found a way through. Japan needed that. They really needed it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
And he's managed to get free. Cross from Rafinha. He gets big. And the header is disappointing in the end.
Well, the manager clearly has to react to this and tactically change what's happening. It's too easy for them to get in.
Four extra minutes added on. Aimed beyond the defence. Jimenez does well to get it back. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. That's a lovely, neat pass. Now it's Lewandowski. Well timed, excellent interception. And that is as far as it goes. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable for those with a vested interest. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, the way the manager has stormed down the tunnel lends itself to an almighty telling off for such a timid, docile display.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Alvarez! Goal! Japan! The breakthrough strike!
I think you have to appreciate the simplicity and efficiency of it all there, Peter. The ease at which the defence got taken out of the equation, and he was never going to miss that.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And it's DiMarco. Rodri. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And he cuts out the supply. They get a throw in. Szoboszlai tries to pass it through. While quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Japan leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. He's got away. Szoboszlai tries across. Donnarumma claims it without any fuss. DiMarco. Gabriel. It's Kimmich. Now it's Messi. Now that looks a decent ball. DiMarco in acres of space out wide. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Mbappe. Mbappe charging forward, the ball at his feet. Messi. Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes is offering some sort of an apology there.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
He's found a way through. Great ball, and he's in here. Messi going face to face with his great rival. And it's Bruno Fernandes. He's having a shot! Now it's Osimhen. Rice. Oh, well played, well sorted out. It's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. He's on it, can he get away? Crossed into the box. It's there! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Çalhanoğlu. No, he's had it taken off him. Van Dijk kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Now it's Alvarez. Oh, no question, that's a foul. And he has shown him a yellow card. Played into the middle. Kimmich. Out of play for a throw. And it's Kimmich. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Osimhen might just make this. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Alvarez. It's a mighty effort! Goal! Japan! And they get themselves in front! Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Japan get themselves into the lead. DiMarco. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Bruno Fernandes. Messi pinches it off him. Rice. Alvarez. And he's had it nicked away. Played out wide. DiMarco. Aimed beyond the defence. That has ended up in no man's land. And here's Alvarez. Solot is onto this. And now the breakaway. Now it's Osimhen. Good running, strong and purposeful. Can he get it through? Place it in. There's the shot! It's hit the upright. And it's in. And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and you never would have get...
Referee's had a look and he's blown his whistle for half-time. High octane, high tempo, high scoring. That was quite a half of football. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half. What a good half. They've gone blow for blow and it's 2-2. Vietnam get the ball rolling for the second period. Looking for the run. No, it's come to nothing. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there and evident annoyance.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Now it's Lukaku. DiMarco. And there's his chance to lead the counter. And he's managed to get free. And it's Çalhanoğlu. It's a promising position. Has a look up and drives it forward. Solid defending, refused to be outmuscled. Japan, different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change, Peter.
Kimmich. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Messi. And it's DiMarco. It's good pressure, good intensity.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Nice control. Van Dijk deals with that comfortably.
Mbappe really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Kimmich receives it in a wide position. He rises! Goal! Japan! And they're back in front. Oh, whose goal is that? Big deflection. That's one for the dubious goals panel. Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Oh, smashing header! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Chelhanoglu. Nicely weighted ball. No, that's been intercepted. Japan do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way.
Yeah, and I think if you're looking for change...
And the shot! They want to be quick to recover this. A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
Mbappe clearly is trying to be too clever there. He should have gone with his instincts.
And it's DiMarco. And he's cut it out.
Vietnam really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible... And the shot! They've done it! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
He knows it's taken a big and very kind deflection, but he is claiming it nonetheless. So, time for changes on both sides, actually. This is quite a battle.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let you...
And he shoots!
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Hit into the middle. It's in! And the comeback is complete! And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Vietnam take the lead.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Mignon gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Japan are looking desperate here, short on time and options.
Well, it's looking like too little too late, but they are giving it all they have.
Japan can breathe again, just.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Mignon claims comfortably. Now it's Rafinha, and it's made its way to him. Rafinha.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Rafinha, that's an imaginative pass. Now, can they get him away? He's had a shot! Really well taken goal. 2 ahead, late in the day, game over surely. No space, no problem, you just cannot stop him.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
2 up and very little time left, surely this is it.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
Time added on, 4 minutes. Tries to play it, shapes to shoot! Vinicius Junior. So that's it. It is all over. Japan did lead. Indeed, they controlled, but they managed to throw it all away. A defeat made even more painful by the way it came to pass. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Japan desperately failing to impose themselves on the game. Decidedly flat, disjointed in so many areas on the pitch, and you're never going to win like that.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you all.